What is up, guys? We're here today with another fantastic deck. Today we're gonna talk about, well, a little bit different deck, a little bit weirder deck, but a fire type deck. And this is the deck that utilizes, well, many different Pokemons, like Charizard and Reshiram, but also, what's more important, Cinderace. So if you enjoy Cinderace as a Pokemon, as a card, that is a deck for you. Of course, this is, first Charizard and that is right here on our screens, and we are using it for this brilliant flat to search for all the pieces that will give us the player, that will give us the beautiful Cinderace over here. So that's why we're using brilliant flare. But let's take a look card by card what is inside the deck, and honestly the deck is super fun to play, and you'll see that in the gameplay portion. So as you see from left to right, we are playing one Charizard and one Reshiram for the Outrage, Flare Strike and Double Blaze, because we want, some kind of also power, right? So kind of power to hit our opponent super hard and to have some fun with it. So one copy over here. Then we got line of 3-1-3. Skull Bunny, Raboot, and Cinderace. Of course, one Pyro Ball Cinderace for the burning kick and for the burn of Pyro Ball, but then two copies, of the Libero. If you want to, you can play 3 Liberos, it's all fine. And then behind me is one copy, one Volcanion, if you're going second for the Flare Starter to start the whole engine. Then we're gonna move on to the trainer cards, and well, the trainer cards are quite cool, because we can start with 4 custom catchers, 1 energy spinner, 3 evolution instances to get to those evolutions, 2 Fury Flints, 3 fire crystals, and 1 great catcher. Of course, everything here is so you can actually grab it with the Charizard and Braixen. Then we go down and we have ordinary pad, 1 copy, ordinary rod, ordinary pad, order pad, 1 copy, ordinary rod, 1 copy, 2 copies of Pokegear, 2 quick balls, 2 candies, 1 stadium nav to get that super good hit factory. Then we got 2 switches, 1 tackle to get those tag teams over here, but also to get Cynthia and Caitlyn, 1 hit factory, 4 Cynthias, 1 Cynthia and Caitlyn, 1 Lily. This deck, when you have no cards in your hand, it's a really nice card to play. 4 Welders, 1 Escape Board, and 12 Energy. That is the whole deck. The deck list is quite, quite nice, and honestly, the deck is quite simple. And this is the last deck that we're going to do in standard format before I'm going to move on to expanded week. So I decided, what, let's finish off with like nice, funny deck that can still pick up win here and there and can be quite nice. And as you will see in the gameplay portion of the video, it does match up quite nicely with those tier 1 decks, and it can win out of the bloom, out of nowhere sometimes, and that's how we will want to do it. So let's move on to the gameplay portion of the video, and of course next week is an expanded week. Good luck. We get new episodes faster than yeah. I mean, I can tell you right now, because I forgot. Okay, so I've done the news, I've recorded the video, I'm probably gonna post it today, because I recorded it yesterday and I literally forgot to post it. But the whole thing is that for the first time in 20 years, 25 actually, 20, I think 20, because I don't remember the news, like what was the years, they've stopped production of a Pokemon anime for the first time ever. So yeah. Yeah, Christoph was here, Rema, thank you so much for that. Like, Christoph was here, and he's lurking. He's digging for Welder right now, so... But thank you so much, Rema. I have his pairing already, because Shredder actually, has to wait, ask me if, if he can be, like, a little bit later, so it works well for everyone. So yeah, so they stopped actually, doing that. I mean, ooh, nice. Nice. Yeah. I mean, I'm super excited, to see Mons on Netflix. Like, I'm glad they're doing the new series, and it's kind of a bummer that, you know, the Japan gets it like way before us. But it's not something that I'm gonna be mad at. It's like, okay, you know, yeah, sure. At least we're getting it, and we're having a dub, and it's enough. So we know there's not gonna be anything, you know, any weird cuts or anything like that. There's no shiny tab. I don't know, I see it. There is a shiny tab. There is a shiny tab exactly in the Sword and Shield called the shiny tab. It's not like I just added it. No. Like, it was always there. I don't know what you're talking about. How's it going, Ryan? Hello. How we doing? Ryan! The man, the myth. The sexy, the legend. How's it going, Ryan? Hello. So yeah, for my weekend, I probably, if there's something going to be happening on Discord, like our Discord, I might be away from it, because I have a, like, honestly, and this is, you know, not even like, I have so much work to do during the weekend that I might be really out of the loop. I'll try not to, but I might actually. I'm fine, super tired testing Rebel Clash all day. Ooh. So what are the thoughts on Rebel Clash so far? And again, next week we're doing an expanded. So if you have like, you know, a list or two that you can DM me to you know, as a starting point for May, that would be amazing. How long until the tournament starts? Until the tournament starts, exactly 34 minutes, but your round will start a little bit later because you asked for it. So don't worry, your round starts with Christoph, and it's going to be a little bit later because you both wanted it. Ooh, Dragapult, Boltown, Multic are good. Okay. So kind of, you know, how we thought, like Dragapult we knew, Multic, like, yeah, I was talking about it, Copperajah, because, like, I know you were super hyped on Copperajah, so that's, you know, like one of the questions. And for me, if you tested Toxtricity, is that good without VMAX? I would not be so sure, because I think like the VMAX is exactly what you want, because the VMAX puts the damage counters on top of the attack. Okay, skateboard and a knockout. I mean, I might be wrong, I'm not gonna lie, but I do think, you know, that is one of those things where, yeah, there we go, GG. I like that. Just because my water is down there. Toxtricity is very slow to set up and struggles heavily against Dragapult. So you see, like, this is the second time where we got, you know, Toxtricity being super hyped, and this goes to this conversation that we had like 20 minutes ago about the Japanese format and the best of one format. So Toxtricity really good in Japan, working, you know, tier 1 easily, just beating everyone, right? At least, you know, when there were still IRL tournaments. But that's the best of one. Best of 3, you know, you can consider that, because I trust Ryan in his testing. Like, you know, he has his, you know, Champions playmat, he won booster boxes, so he's a person that, you know, knows what he's talking about. And yes, another example of this not Japanese tier 1 not really translating well to our format or to our ideas or to our meta in general, which is quite interesting to say, right? Because this kind of it was similar with Reshiram, where Reshiram was like super hyped, just like Toxtricity, and then like which annoys me because this is the second time where I have idea of a deck. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna, yes, this is gonna be great, and it goes like. So yeah, I mean, it didn't specify water. It just said hydrate yourself. Yeah. They saved you by. Thank you. Nah, but it's like I told you, like master hydration is gonna be always funny. Just so low maintains, they can simply go turn 1 and attach turn 2. Yeah. It is, you know, it is kind of funny. Okay. Like, honestly, you know, right now, wait, let me just... Because I don't... See, like, I don't want this to get knocked out. Like, I am, you know, like, kind of curious what is going to be the next, like, how, you know, the format is going to look like IRL. After rotation, after, like, few next steps, sets. I still risked it to catch a repeat ball, and I had just one repeat ball. Oh man, that's rough. I've been trying to scout possible dark type tag options, but I haven't seen anything. I think, you know, maybe with a new set, but who knows? You know, there's still 3 months of Rebel Clash, and I feel like the problem is going to be not having the IRL stuff, because normally when you have IRL, we've got this first month of like what was hyped really good, and then slowly you have, you know, some kind of a counter deck that is developing over regionals, and you kind of seen that right now that in the Sword and Shield format we didn't really had this. It still stayed like we didn't have like this nice curve of like finding out those different scenarios to be the tier 1s. It was just like, yeah, those are tier 1s, deal with it. So that was kind of weird. So I'm really curious. I mean, as an attacker, to hit for weakness, so for dark type weakness, you would have to, I think, go with Sableye V. No, it's not Sableye V. What they're using in or literally have Yveltal for the GX. Since you're putting, you know, damage counters, so you have to be, you know, spelled like into Yveltal, but that's a stretch. That's really a stretch. I begin to chain. Ooh. Fingers crossed, holding my thumbs, mate, for you. With colorless attack, that can be used. But I feel like, you know, when you're using like Aurora energy, it doesn't really bother you. It's like I'm coming with this mindset. It's like, okay, I might use Aurora energy, right? But I feel like with colorless, there's no good attacker that can really threat. Because we don't have, you know, cards like Zoroark anymore. There's just nothing that works as good in terms of attacking. That's true. For colorless. Like, I'm really thinking right now about it, and yeah. Because even if there is an attacker, it's just he's not hitting those high numbers, even, you know, times 2 because of weakness. Yeah. Okay, and watch an incense. Like, they made him really good. Like, on one hand, I'm a bit scared of the fact that he might actually be the tier 1 for, well, until, you know, until January, February. Why do you not stream the weekend? Okay, that's quite simple. First, those are the days where my fiance has day off. That's my family time, where I want to spend time with her. Plus, right now, I do have to prepare classes. It's not like, you know, I don't have them. Because everything is online, I do have to prepare. There are homeworks to check. There are all those different things. Plus, I do want to have, you know, like this nice cool down where I can actually just, you know, because like weekends are for us both. Plus, I don't stream because normally on Sundays we have Pokemon League, right? So that's the Sunday. Okay, so normally, you know, Sunday Pokemon League, so Sundays are just out the window. When there are weekends when Kovac is working, actually, weekends, I might stream Saturday, and, you know, it's fine, and I can take that route, but those are, you know, those whole things that are kind of making it not as possible as I would like it to. So yeah, so there's like, I can give an example, like, you know, this weekend right now, I have no class whatsoever, true, but because there's literally, I can just, I went kind of too far and I gave, you know, students some homework, and I have like 3 classes. You have 10 students per class, 15 depending, and I give them like 3 pages of homework, and they have to send it to me today. So if you do the math, it's like 100 and something pages to just go through during the weekend. Then I do have to prepare the class for the whole week. Then, you know, still do stuff. Like, it is a lot. So yeah. We'll see that as VMAX will almost certainly be a very strong dark type. Yes. I mean, I would love to see something that, you know, I think with Ryan we talked about it last time, and it is actually just them rotating out everything until team up on August. It's like there's no IRL play, so why do you even keep those cards? Let's just get rid of them right now and let's have some fun. I would love to see that. Just them getting rid of GXs whatsoever, you know, and because I don't know why, but I do think, you know, when you get rid of them, the V cards are so, like, they are well balanced against each other. So I would like to see that. And again, you know, from that we can start building, you know, the power creep going down. Because, like, right now you can't have a card that's not going to be as good as Mew3 or Reshiram or you know, ADP. Okay. Let's go like that. And retreat. Have like a more time watching you. Ah, nice. See, I would like also, to see the power creep being reversed. I would like to see a lot more, again, bringing stage 2 to tier 1, and I know this is something that Rema is fighting for the last 2 years, but that would be amazing to see those interactions back again. Not only, meta revolving around mills and whatnot, there's just so many possibilities, because sure. Best Unfake Spiritomb can launch a Dragapult on turn 1. I think, like, if you would have, I've seen some Spiritombs recently, and I think, if we would have IRL, people would go for it, like, people would try it. I have no doubt about it. Well, 2 is fine. Yeah. Okay. I like that Libero. It's kind of funny. Let's see if it's a lucky day. No, it's definitely not. Ooh, it is. So you can join giveaways. You can also redeem them once per day for a code. And then, of course, you got channel points, which are completely different. Like, for example, you can have a game against your boy. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to play against myself. Alright, so if he doesn't have a switch, I win. He doesn't have it. Come on, you don't. No, 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 no. There's no possibly. No switch. GG for me. Never. Ah, he got it. He got it. So something like, Link facing Shadow Link. Yeah, it's actually a Japanese card back. Yep. It's like I told you, the changes are gonna, slowly roll into the channel. And they just take a while. I just put a few games with Green Charizard VMAX, and it was a miserable time. What's my favorite water type? Water type mod, I would go Classic Squirtle. I'm gonna go Classic, and that's not because because of Rema by any means. But if I have to pick like water type, I would go, yeah, I would go with Squirtle. Definitely. Yeah, like that's also what I wanted to ask about the Charizard VMAX, because that was really, like, they really hyped it. I kind of forgot about it. I think yours is Mialtek. Judging by your name, it has to be Mialtek. You have it in your name. Thanks before dawn. Of course they are nice. So yeah, the Pokemon series on Netflix starting June. I really can't wait for that. I really can't wait for that. Maybe it's gonna ignite, you know, my love towards that anime. Because like Sun and Moon kind of, you know, killed it. I didn't like it. I mean, only Guzma was saving it for me. Let's be honest. Alright, it's easier to retreat him, actually. Of course. Okay, so I know that I still have 2 custom catchers. I'm just literally waiting for 2 custom catchers. Like, that's why I'm delaying everything. And I have 1 in my hand, so I might actually draw 1 from Welder with 10 cards left. I have no idea what the official translation on the second attack is. If it reads discard 2 energies or discard 2 energy cards. Huh. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna know the official wording soon, right? So hopefully, hopefully it just says, you know, 2 energy cards. No, like 2 energies, because then you can go with the TCE, right? Like, that's gonna be a lot better. Shiny Marker was my first shiny. Oh, nice. Yeah, like in terms of like Pokebeach, until, you know, so in terms of like translations of some cards, until there's no like official release of the set, you have to take it with a pinch of salt, unfortunately, because of the fact that you know the translation might be wrong. Because there were many instances where, you know, they kind of messed up, you know, translations, like come on. There we go. Finally, custom catcher. We have it. Bam. It took you a long time. Double Blaze GX. Let's go. GG. Yeah. Like, I think the best one was Noivern. So like the Noivern spread. Like, you know, the one that I've used in the Spread Me Noivern deck, right? So Pokebeach's translation was you have to tickle your opponent, and until the set wasn't released, that was the translation. Hey, so thank you guys so much for watching this video, and thank you so much for subscribing for everything. If you enjoy what I'm doing right here, don't forget to subscribe even harder. And don't forget that down there below you have a 5% discount on any code you would purchase on Professor Oak. And honestly, thank you so much for being here with me, and thank you. Love you. And as we'll say, have a fantastic day. You deserve that fantastic day. Take care. Bye-bye. Love ya.